solo.
Hello, welcome to solo playthroughs. Oh, still an ad running there. All right, we're good. Let's do it. We have the Gleens in the house. Who's excited about that? I am. I hope you are too. We got Sad just saying tap, tap, tap. Yeah, your mic's on, dude. You're good. And then Eggers Pekka. Hello to you too. Let's talk about the Gleens a little bit. Gleens are notoriously a little bit, underpowered, maybe. I don't know. They're tough. They can be really strong with certain setups. You really like when, like, the Federation token things out or the points per Federation tile. So, not everything's great about the setup. I did use the BoardGameHelpers.com app. I mean, I could show you on my phone. Whatever, dude. This was the setup given to me by the app. It was the first one I got. I don't feel like getting my phone out and showing you the app. It is BoardGamesHelpers.com. They have an excellent setup for Gaia Project. You just put it in there, how many players. It's fantastic. I did not take the recommended factions, obviously, because I'm going with the Gleens. Let me roll a die and figure out which Automa we're going to be up against. We have all of our favorite friends to choose from here today. The Geodens, the Itars, the Ferex, the Hashhalas, the Space Chickens, as I call them, the boring humanoids, Terrans, and the Taklons. And we get the Terrans! Oh, that's not good. That's actually pretty bad. So one of the things we like to do with the Gleens is settle on Gaia Planets. But I guess if we take the regular Gaia Planets and we just give the Terrans their transit planets, maybe we can have a pretty, copacetic relationship together here today. So we're going to get all the blue stuff out. I'm going to put these up here for the markers to help me figure out where the Terrans are going to try to settle. And then we have, again, the red will be the dummy player. We'll get all of the blue structures. They'll just be behind my ugly mug on the bottom right of your screen. Don't need these. Don't need these. Yeah, this could be a tough matchup. We'll see. I haven't actually played with the Gleens in a bit, so kind of looking forward to just putting this on camera. I feel like I am at that place with Gaia where I can kind of take it out, and there are not as many cobwebs, that I need to get out of my brain, like some games. The games that I would never just put on the channel without taking a warm up, like Gaia Project or like Cloud Spire or something like that. But Maid's Night, Spirit Island, Gaia, I can pretty much just take out and be ready to go and put something forth that hopefully is educational, informative, and entertaining. That's what I go for. The 3 pillars of solo playthroughs. All right, we're gonna take 2 of these mines, the 2 blue planets closest to the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be these 2. I have had I think it's been a couple of people always like, oh, I mean, you're supposed to see the setup and then choose who you want to be. I just prefer the chaos of just like, hey, I'm going to be this faction, and let's see if I can't put together a puzzle that works. Sometimes that is pretty swingy. Some factions are not going to work well with certain setups. So, it is what it is. But that's the way I prefer to engage with this game. And, if you want to do the other thing and have a setup and kind of choose and try to optimize who's going to be the strongest scorer. I think at hard, that seems a little bit unnecessary. Again, the Automa is usually scoring between 135 and 160. I think if you're playing on very hard or higher, I think that would be indeed something you want to do. Again, one thing I generally play at the hardest levels in a lot of the games I play, or I push the envelope a little bit, at least with levels. With Gaia, basically the Automa Factory, I love the Automa Factory system. I think it's the greatest Automa I've ever played. It's going to be really hard for me to find an Automa I like more. When I'm talking about Automa, I'm literally just talking like a deck of cards. Again, what I think what Automa Factory did here is just absolutely amazing, and how each of the 7 different Automas plays differently. They really do simulate, you know, well, it, they give you the feeling like you're playing against a real opponent without actually being so constrained by trying to be a real opponent. I like the way the Automa breaks the rules. I think there's a really nice balance with how they constructed all of that. So, if you're playing on the higher levels, though, all you're doing is adding one extra action a turn for the Automa, roughly, or at least giving them a chance at one extra action a turn because you're putting one more card in their deck. Remember, the Automa will have a range of about, there can be a range of how many actions the Automa has in a turn, depending on when the X's come out. But you're adding one more card in their deck, so that does mean they're going to have more scoring opportunities. So again, I would assume that if you added hard, you're probably adding 4 or 5 points a turn over 6 rounds. So you're probably going to have to get over like 175 if I kept upping the difficulty. So I am on hard mode. There are 2 levels above that. That highest level, I'm assuming you're going to need to score around 185 to 200 to win on a consistent basis. But I haven't done much of that. The reason I don't do that with Gaia Project is because there's already a lot of time. The Atoma is really quick. I mean, I do like it for that, but I don't want to spend a lot of time feeling like I'm managing the Atoma. I want to spend a lot of time feeling like I'm playing the game. So this is a personal preference thing for me, but it also allows me to play the game I want to play, where I'm just kind of like choosing a faction, having a bunch of randomness, and hopefully something works out. Now, the Terrans are going to start one up on the Gaia forming track. I'm also going to start up one on the navigation track. That's going to give me a Q.I.C., right? Nope. It's going to give me an extra ore. So weird. Yes, we will get to that as we discuss the Gleens. I have to put my starting stuff. Let's just get in their face. I don't see a better. Oh, I could be really in their face. I think that's the best setup for me. I doubt that's going to change. I might kind of think about it again, but at first look, those are just really 2 very obvious placement spots for me. All right, Saja says hi there. We can also hear you and your excited high-pitched voice. Yeah, baby, that's right. Keeping the high-pitched voice, keeping it real. One day I'll hit puberty and get that a little deeper. I'm sure you will do fine, says Mike James. Gaia Project is generally on point, but your Gaia Project game is generally on point. Thank you, sir. I set up the same way, Greg, the benefits of owning your own game. Troy Pfeiffer says, hi there. Hello. Very strong map for early Gleen expansion. Yeah, the Gaia planets are awesome. So I do dig that. And I was thinking about maybe doing like a Gaia forming strategy, but I think that's going to have very little upside because the Terrans are going to just take all those transit planets and gobble, gobble, gobble. I don't want to play that game against them. So, but if I can get those Gaia planets, that would be very, very nice. And then we'll kind of see what we want to do from there. All right, I'm going to shuffle the 17 Automa cards. Automa. Is it Automa or Automa? I don't know. I say Automa. That's probably wrong, but we're just going to go with it. So I'm going to flip the top one over. It tells me to give this to the Terrans. It's Terrans. Yes, I know. Whatever. We're going to do that, and then I'm going to take out all of the cards that have that little green box at the bottom, and I'm going to throw in card number 9 because we're playing on hard. Where are you, card 9? Of course, it's the last card in the deck. And then I'm going to shuffle these up. We're going to take 6 more cards off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 cards and go back to the box. Again, I am using the folded space insert. There was a review copy of the insert sent to me by Folded Space. I love it. Their insert for Gaia and Spirit Island is super on point. I have heard mixed reviews about some of their other products, but I'm just telling you what I know. These 2 inserts are great. Their Jaws of the Line insert's great, and their Radar insert is also great. Although I have not played out of it yet, but I feel a lot better about my chances of actually doing that now that it's all organized so much better than it was. All right, we're going to put 1 card on there. So these 5 cards are going to form the rest of the Automa deck, which we'll get to over the course of this game. I will put the Terran's cheat card over the top of it. Where do I want to put that? Yeah, we'll put that over there. That's fine. I don't know. Should I move this up? No, that's fine. All right, let's talk about how the setup came down. We have the Federation token at the top of the terraforming track is 7 points and 6 credit. When you take it, you have the Lost Planet. Obviously, The advanced research tiles or advanced tech tiles are once around, you get a QIC and 5 credit. We have 2 points per sector that you're in at the time that you take the tile that's on the navigation track. On the AI track, you get 2 points per Gaia planet you have. All these are kind of attractive late game point grabbers. And again, the nice thing about the Gleens is we will have another Federation token, which does make getting one of those advanced tech tiles without excluding an opportunity to jump up on a track into the 5th area a little bit easier, which is nice. On the top of the Gaia farming track, kind of ruling that out at this point, but that would be 2 points for mine on the board at the time you take that. At the top of the economic track, that is 3 points per research lab you have on the board every time you pass from the time you take that on until the end of the game. So usually you get like 2 rounds out of it, maybe. And then on top of the knowledge track, you get 2 points every time that you move up on another research area from the time you get that until the end of the game. That's a pretty strong tile to have at the top of the research track. I mean, you could get that early, you're going to have so much knowledge that you're just pumping up the rest of the research areas. I'm not sure I want to lean into that too heavily though, so I will consider that as a interesting, point chasing possibility. Again, Gaia, normally you want to try to build your engine the first 3 rounds and just chase points like crazy in the last 3 rounds. The last game I played, I did a very knowledge-heavy strategy, which I got some criticism for, but it was fine. Feel very strong about how I played that game, and but I definitely played who was I playing? The Baltecs, a little bit unusual, but it was cool to see that come together during a playthrough. All right, the regular tech tiles, they are randomly arranged. We have the move cycle 4 power once a round. We get the 7-point grab there, so that's be, we'll try to get up near the top of the navigation track, get that at the end, get the lost planet. We have 1 knowledge and 1 credited income, 1 ore and cycle 1 in income. Again, that's on the Gaia farming track. 4 credited income. Your academies and your your Planetary Institute are going to be worth 4 power instead of 3 for all purposes, but that's really helpful in forming federations. We'll see if we want to do that. We're going to get, again, especially if I'm going into a knowledge track, I can get up there, get that late, jump up. We'll see. This is going to be 1 ore and 1 knowledge immediately, or 1 Q.I.C. immediately. Not exactly a Q.I.C. for me, potentially, sort of, maybe. This is going to be 1 knowledge at the time you take this for each different planet type that you have settled. There are 9 planet types, including the last planet. And then this is going to be, after you take this, you get 3 points every time you settle on a Gaia planet. Honestly, by the time I would consider taking this, a lot of the Gaia planets are going to be gobbled up between the Terrans going for the Transdim and me doing an early game trying to settle on all these Gaia planets. The round boosters, the round scoring tiles. So in round 1, we're going to get 5 points for every federation we form, or for every federation tile we gain, including the federation token that we could get by building our Planetary Institute early. I shall consider it. I don't know. Probably not the most effective use of my first round as far as engine building goes, but it is something to consider. And again, we'll talk about that Federation token in a second. In round 2, 5 points for building your Planetary Institute or Academy. In round 3, we'll get 3 points for every trading station we build. In round 4, we get 4 points for every trading station we build. In round 5, 4 points for every Gaia planet we settle on. That's not a great scoring booster because, again, most of those suckers are going to be claimed by then, most likely. And then in the last round, we get 2 points for every terraforming step that we use, either from spending the extra ore, see where we are in the terraforming, or from, again, using the actions, the power Q.I.C. actions that are on the board. The endgame scoring bonuses, the top one is going to be score for the most satellites. The dummy player is going to start at 8 there. Is that an 8? That 8 is really squat. Yeah, it looks like an 8. All right. And then we have the most structures on the board. The dummy player starts at 11, but it only goes up to 10. Well, they start at 11. I don't know what to tell you. So we're shuffling these 8 cards. right? 6 plus 1 plus 1. Advanced math for y'all. That's good. I'm going to put these down here. We're going to turn the bottom 3 cards off to the right, and then I use my little reminder tokens that, things are happening. Excellent. And I have room for that. Oh, it looks so good. All right. Troy says, I say the Automa, emphasis on toe. And Pfeiffer Troy says, I love the 3 victory points per research lab tile for the Nevlas. So many points. Yeah. And Phoenix Knight, what's up, sir? Eric says those numbers for the only player drives me nuts to film when I play Gaia Project on the channel. Yeah, they're they're a little tiny. Oh my god. You know what? I didn't realize for the longest time what those numbers were, which is kind of silly to in hindsight it's a little embarrassing. There was like an example in the book where I think it's set at 6, and I was like, oh, everything I just always set it at 6. And someone's like, dude, it varies depending on the tile. That's what those numbers are for. And it's like, oh, that's so much smarter. It's fine. We live and we learn. Let's talk about the Gleens. Their planet type is desert. Those desert dwelling people, they're desert huggers or something like that. Their ability, if you would ever gain a Q.I.C., gain that much ore instead. Once you have upgraded to the Indicated Academy, this effect no longer applies. What is the Indicated Academy? Well, it is this one, the one that actually gives you the chance to get a Q.I.C. Nothing about their board other than that is unusual. I mean, the Planetary Institute is pretty normal, whereas you're cycling 4, you're gaining an ore. You're getting your 1 knowledge every round at income there. All of the trading stations are the normal 3, 4, 4, 5 progression. All the labs give you 1 knowledge, and then you're getting 2 knowledge from having your academy, the other academy that's not the Q.I.C. Academy, to be clear. So again, all the boards really, really standard. Again, 2 power in the 1 bin, 4 power in the number 2 bin. Start with 15 credit, 3 knowledge, and then 4 ore. We get the 5th ore because, again, we moved up on that. We would have gained the Q.I.C., but we don't gain Q.I.C. We gain ore. Now, this is like one of those things where, like, I don't know. I just wish there was like a little bit of like flavor. Give me a paragraph. Why? Why don't we use Q.I.C.? And then why can we gain Q.I.C.? Like, what's going on there? Again, the mechanics of this game are so awesome, it just sinks to me from that level. But I really do wish there was like just a little bit of a description. Like, not much. I don't need as much as like Spirit Island, but just something. I mean, this dude just looks like, I don't know what he looks like. I mean, this is like, what is this, human versus human? This is like the only human versus human matchup in all of Gaia. But yeah, he's got some interesting garb. We're good. All right, we're gonna go from there. So this effect to make a Gaia planet habitable, pay 1 ore instead of 1 Q.I.C. Each time you build a mine on the Gaia planet, you also gain 2 additional VP, which is, again, I have Gaia planet, Gaia planet, Gaia planet, Gaia planet, Gaia planet, and 3 of them, no, 1, well, 2 of them start within range 2 of me. When I'm there, that will be within range 2 of me, and that will be within range 3. And I already started +1 on the navigation track, so getting there and claim, it's a pretty strong start to give me a bunch of ore and give me a bunch of possibilities for future rounds. So we shall see. The Planetary Institute, when you would upgrade to the Planetary Institute, immediately gain the Gleens Federation token. We gain the Federation token. It gives us Boku points. No, it gives us 0 points. It gives us 1 knowledge, 1 ore, and 2 credit, but again, does count as a Federation token for all other purposes. Gaining this resource, gaining this tile counts as forming a Federation. The Planetary Institute itself can still be part of a Federation on the board. Do appreciate that clarification, although I don't know if I would have made that mistake myself. So what they're saying is, if you have once you get that Planetary Institute on the board, you get a Federation token, but it doesn't mean that this is now part of a federation, that it can't be joined into another federation. You can still be joined as part of another federation as well. All right, no additional comments, and I guess it's time. Kids. We're gonna have to take our as much as I'm like, oh, I can play Gaia without doing a warm-up game, it's just like, all right, how does this work again? There is a little bit of that for me. I am not doing. I haven't even looked at these really. So our different round boosters. So again, round scoring tiles, round boosters. I always kind of mess up those words interchangeably. So this is 3 points per research lab and a knowledge. That's the one that the Automa took. And then over here we have 4 points every time you pass. And again, that's every time you pass for the research labs for the Terrans. Again, that will come back into the available round boosters at the end of the round. Over here, we have 4 points at the time you pass for every academy or planetary institute on the board. Also, cycle 4. We have 1 terraforming step, you get 2 income, 2 credit in income, 2 points at the time you pass for each trading station you have on the board at the time. Again, at the time you pass. I've said that phrase about, I don't know, 30 times. Just deal with it. And then we have a ore in income. There is an ore and a knowledge in income. And I think I'll just take the additional or in knowledge. I don't know if anything else makes too much sense. I mean, cycling 4 is always nice, but I don't know if I'm going to get an academy on the board. I very much am going to move up the navigation track first, and then if I take a tactile, I think that 4 credit tactile and just doing the normal blitzing the economic track makes a lot of sense. There also is some argument for taking that tactile and blitzing the terraforming track a little bit, because once I get myself set up in these Gaia planets, I am going to need to be able to expand from there in future rounds. Yeah, this is really strong. That's very nice. I like it. All right, let's put this over there. Terrans are going to start on the blue planet. This helps me more easily see their terraforming steps by just kind of putting the tokens out. I will take you. Only you. All right, let's go to income. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 ore. So I go from 5 to 9. Remember, I started at 4, got 1 because of that QIC. I got 4 more. We're good to go. I get 2 knowledge, and we will take Squadouche beyond that. I get the 2 knowledge, 1 for my board, 1 for the round booster. And I am first because I have the token of awesomeness, which I probably should just put it down like that, right? Yeah, we'll do that. Did I freeze? No, I didn't freeze. All right, I'm just slow. Excellent. I thought I froze. I was scared. I was so scared. All right, let's make this happen. I am going to, with my firstest action of the game, probably claim that before the Terrans do. Oh, I should talk about the Terrans. So the Terrans started on 1 on the Gaia Forming track. Their Automa action. Again, 2 of their cards in their starting deck, maybe 3. No, 2 of their cards in their starting deck have the Automa action possibility. When you do an Automa action, they move up on the research track as indicated on their support card. They will place they move up. Oh, I'm sorry. They specifically move up on the Gaia forming track. So it is not a random number generator. They will place a mine. Their first priority is to place a mine on a transcendent planet within range 4, which is bananas, and then they're going to get 2 points. So I think I want to get both of those Gaia planets, get that. If I can get 1, 2, 3 Gaia planet, and then kind of take stock of my situation, that is probably the best thing for me to do. I like it. All right, so I'm going to spend 1. Oh, I got to get up on the navigation track first before I do that. So, that might help. So I'm going to spend 4 knowledge and get up to navigation range 2. Automa's turn. That is a support card. I should probably move this over so you can see the support card. There we go. And then we're going to put this down. So Automa action right from the jump. Endgame scoring is just never going to matter in this game, so that's good. We can absolutely always avoid or ignore anything that has to do with that top thing up there. We are going to now go through the Automa things in turn. First thing we're going to do is move up on the Transdim, or Gaia forming thing. That's fine, good for them. They're now going to colonize a Transdim planet within range 4. So there are 2 that are closest to me. That's going to be, again, the next part of the tiebreaker that we're going to care about. Directional selection says they're going to do the bottom one. So they're going to put a mine on this transit planet. Remember, the Automa does behave differently than a normal player in that they will immediately turn that transit planet into a Gaia planet. And that is all she wrote. They're going to get 2 points. Congratulations, Terrans. You're the best. I can cycle 1 for free. I will go ahead and do that. My next turn, I am going to spend 1, 2 ore. I'm going to spend 1, 2 credit, and I'm going to colonize this Gaia planet right there. That gives me no additional points that I see, so we're good to go. The Terrans are going to go next. Bam, they're going to upgrade. They're going to upgrade one of their 2 things that are closest to me. Directional selections again says to go from the bottom, so they're going to turn this into a trading station based on their priorities. I can cycle another one for free. How nice. I mean, there is an argument to maybe get a trading station out to kind of be able to cycle more, but whatever. Who wants to do the obvious thing? We're going to spend another point there. I get a more. I just don't want them to take these Gaia planets. If they get a normal put a mine out, again, they're gonna. This is only 1 terraforming step for them. That's 1 terraforming step for them. So I want to make sure I claim my territory, and then I'll worry about what I want to do with the rest of this round. I also, oh man, that's crazy. I can also just build on that yellow. Yeah, it's a really good starting board. That's so good. All right, I'm going to spend 2 ore and 2 credit. We're going to put another thing here that is range 2 from that dude. Oh, and when I build, I do get extra points. Whenever I build on a Gaia planet, I get 2 points and 2 points. Look at me crushing it. The Automa's turn. They're going to come over here. They're moving up on a random track. 2 coming from the left. They're going to go up there. 0 points. I probably want a tactile. Maybe I slow my roll a little bit. It might be time. I mean, it as much as that entices me, I am intrigued about. I do want to get a research. I do want to get a tactile. I think it makes some sense to get up on that on the economic track immediately, just for the income purposes, and then maybe I can think about blitzing the terraforming track. That gives me an extra knowledge. Yeah. Not too worried about those right now. That's mostly safe. It's within range 2 of me, but they would need a range 4. Well, a lot of the range for the support cards is only going to be range 2. This is probably going to be theirs. I don't know if I could stop them from that one, but they're going to care about green and white. Remember, since that's, well, 1, 2, 3. This is actually closer to me. Well, they're both equal distant for me, so it would tend on the tiebreaker. It's kind of looking at where they want to expand. They also have an easy time expanding to red, but there are no real reds super close. So again, that Gaia planet is probably going to fall to them. I think I'm okay with that. I'm ringing. Oh, hold on 1 sec. Sorry, contractor. Seems he doesn't usually call me, so yeah, sorry about that. Answering phone on riveting live TV right here. All right, let's make this happen. Wait, I went 3 times. They went 1, 2, 3 times. All right, we're good. So it is my turn. I think I build a trading station. I do. I really do. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'll come back to this Gaia Planets. I get that. I really don't want to lose that one, but I think I really want to get a research lab out so I can get a tactile. So I'm going to spend the 2. I'm going to spend the 3. We're going to put this sucker down here. Plus, I'll be able to cycle more off of that now. I'm losing an ore in income by getting that mine off, but that's fine. No extra points for that. But now I have un trading station. Yeah, maybe I go like, maybe I do that. Then I could use one of those power Q.I.C. actions. Get the 2 ore. I'm gonna want more ore for next round. Ore is probably more important right now than credits, especially if I'm gonna get those 3 credits there. I dig. All right, Automa's turn. Bam! Placing a mine. Placing a mine range 2. Again, endgame scoring doesn't matter, so don't need to worry about that. They're going to go there or there. Both of them are 1 terraforming step for the Terrans. Actually, I did grab this. I'm going to take that. Directional selection comes from the top. It goes left to right, so they will take the white planet first. So that is theirs now. And they're going to get 3 points for the pleasure, so they go from 13 to 16. And I don't cycle off of that because, oh, there's another white planet. My bad. They're taking that one. I cycle 1 off of that. Look at me. I almost missed it. I was hiding. All right. Yeah, they're closest to me. That's definitely going to work. Wow. Didn't see it. I gave them their 3 points, and everything else is done. Again, potential end of turn for them next round. I'm going to spend 3 ore and 5 credit. I go from 8 to 3. I'm going to upgrade. Oh, I'm not getting that credit. Greg, smart. Be smart, Greg. I'm putting this sucker down here. I have no ore, but I can get ore. Get, that's knowledge. It's not great. Economic track, terraforming track. Economic track, terraforming track. What would you do if you were me? All right, I'm first and foremost putting that sucker there, and I'm gonna take a tech tile. I love both of those. I love them both, guys. I'm very much gonna need ore and I could do that. If I take the ore, get that, get that. I know I'm saying that a lot. It's really helpful. I'm being very articulate today. Apparently, I'm putting this over here and moving up this, which gives me 2 more ore. I'm gonna be a little broker than usual than I like after round 1, but I think it's gonna make some sense because I think I'm like getting rebates and getting a lot of stuff on the board for the first round. In a way I dig. All right, so no additional points for me. Why is this back at 14? Because I only gained 4 points. Why did I think it was higher than 14? I don't know. It is what it is. We're just going to go with it. All right, Atoma's turn. It is not the end of the round. Oh, they are colonizing range 4. That isn't great. Directional selection from the bottom. So I got lucky because, oh, closest to me. No! Oh, shoot. Closest to me, they are taking that Gaia planet. I was going to take it on the very next turn, too. Oh, that's unlucky. Yeah, because they're looking at terraforming steps. That's 1 terraforming step. That's 1 terraforming step. That 1 terraforming step. They have the support card that gave them range 4. They had 2 cards that gave them mines on the first round, which is bad. And of course they didn't pull their end game, and they still have another Automa card. So they might have one heck of a first round for them. So that's a lot of unlucky stuff converging. So they're going to take that Gaia planet, which was absolutely where I wanted to go next. And now I'm upset. This is me being upset. This is me being upset. Gross. Oh, that's really gross. Woof. Now what? Because that was like there. Oh man, they really jammed me up. I can get on the brown planet. Brown. There's no range extender over there. Ah, it's really upsetting. All right, they placed a mine there. They get 1 point. They're up to 16. Woof. My turn. I'm going to cycle 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 5 in there. I have no obvious. I can't speak, guys. It's really bad. I have no obvious. I can take 2 knowledge. Gives me a jump. Oh man, I really don't like that. That was bad. What a bad card. All right, their turn. It is the Automa action, so they have another freaking action. They're going to move up one on this. They're going to put a mine on a transiting planet within range 4. Closest to me is going to definitely be this one, and they put a mine there. They're going to get 2 points because of their card. Yeah, because they had 2 point, 1 point, 3 point is basically how that went down. Yep, makes sense. All right, they're done. Oh, can I cycle off of that? I can. I can cycle 1. I did cycle off of that. It's not range 2 of that. When they do an upgrade, that becomes a Planetary Institute, and they can cycle more. But I'm just going to cycle the 1, which is all my stuff. Even if I could cycle off more, I wouldn't have to spend any points because I only had 1. So it would actually just reduce to, hey, cycling 1, you lose. So I only cycle 1, and you lose X minus 1 points. So X would be 1. I lose 0 points. Hopefully that made some sense. Oh, I can backdoor it. I can backdoor it from there. All right, let me cycle 3. I'm going to do 1 terraforming step. I'm going to send 1 ore and 2 credit, and I have navigation range 2, and we're going to come in behind and take that orange planet. That worked out well, and hopefully I can grab that Gaia planet. It gives me close to the white, but that's 3 terraforming steps, but at least they'll put me in range to get there. I mean, even the red's 2 terraforming steps, but in my navigation, I'm probably going to want to get that up to range 3. Again, the thing about not getting Q.I.C.s is I lose the ability to spend Q.I.C.s to extend my range, which is a problem. Again, you could also spend Q.I.C.s as ore. I'm just kind of forced into using Q.I.C.s as ore until I develop that academy. He does not have a last turn, or they do not have a last turn. Those Terrans, they are going to be first next round. Their round boost war card tells me to take that round booster. They're going to get the first player token. Good for them. I'm so proud. All Mama Terranses must be proud everywhere. This goes away. They're going to score 0 points because it is round 1. I'm just going to flip this over because I am not building a Federation tile at any point. We're going to add 1 more card to their deck for the next round. And again, we're going to do the standard flipping 3 sideways and going from there. Interesting. They're going to be first. I think I have to chill and hope they don't grab that first thing. They didn't get their Planetary Institute on the board in the first round, which is nuts. They only have 3 more mines left. So it's going to be a serious race for that endgame scoring. Those the most structures on the board. It's pretty intense. Of course, they took the thing that gave them the ore. Could take the thing that gives me 1 more knowledge, which would give me a jump. That's probably important. Get another research lab out. Get 6 points there. It's a little early for the point grabbiness, but I don't hate it. Go for the thing that cycles 4. It's also interesting. So many options. All right, so they're done. I'm going to put this back on top of this. And I'm going to pass. Putting that out, just spending the ore to put that thing there. It's they had the terraforming step made sense because now I'm going to get that ore back. So it just cost me the 2 credit. I don't know if 1 terraforming step helps me at all. I'm not. 1 terraforming step can get me to that brown, which gets me closer to that black, which gets me closer to that. That yellow, which gets me closer to the black, to the brown, one of those colors. I mean, I could try to set myself up for some mega points in rounds 3 and 4 just by having a lot of mines on the board that I can upgrade. So I don't hate that. Yeah, I think the terraforming step and the 2 credit makes the most sense right now. So we'll do that. Although I'm tempted to take a jump. Take a jump, I get a knowledge, I can move up a navigation track. None of these tech tiles are great. I don't want to take the 7 points early. I could just take the ore and the Q.I.C., which would be 2 ore. If I'm trying to get the 3 range, but I don't know if I'm that worried about getting the 3 range either. So maybe knowledge isn't the most important. Getting that tech tile, I think, makes a lot of sense. So I'm not credit poor when I want to build the trading stations. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take this. These all slide over. I can actually just put this up here now. Again, those are the various Federation tokens you can take, and we'll go from there. All right. Troy says Gleens get 2 points for every time they colonize a Gaia planet. I like building as many mines as possible here. I would ignore econ as Gleens. Focus on nav and terra. You can convert 1 power to 1 credit or take your home planet. I would not want to convert 1 power to 1 credit. And I don't know, man. I like I don't know if I ever want to just fully ignore the economic track as a matter of preference. And I think that extra credit every round is like hugely helpful, especially if I'm going to have a bunch of mines out. But I hear what you're saying. But if I'm not doing knowledge track, I'm definitely doing terraforming track. I'm definitely doing navigation track. AI track's a little silly for me right now. I think economic track and that boon at the end, I think makes, just based on where the tokens are, I'm going to probably do the economic track. This is me. All right, this is going to go away. This is going to go away. And we go to round 2. We're going to do our income. I'm going to get 2 credit. Gets me up to a whopping 3 credit. I'm going to, I have the cycle 4 there. I probably want to get that 7 credit at some point. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Or, so I go from 1 to 5. We get 2 knowledge. I go from 1 up to 3. And that is all she wrote. All right, the Terrans are going to go. They're doing an Automa action, jumping out of the gate hard. They're going to move up on this one more time. We're going to place a mine within range 4. Gaia planet closest to me is that's a 1. Yippers. They're going to put this here. I get the cycle 1. Oh, the joys. They get 2 points. They go from 19 up to 21. Yoink, and done. My turn. They're not going to colonize that brown planet anytime soon just because of the terraforming steps involved. I do think I want to grab that Gaia planet quick. This as a window to the door, a doorway, a window, a portal, I dare say, to the rest of the board. So I'm going to spend these 2 credit, these 2 ore, get a mine here. I get 2 points for the pleasure, up to 16. Yeah, not chasing really at points for the round boosters at all. I dig it. Get another mine. I can like getting all my mines off. Yeah, I really want that credit token because I'm going to have so much ore. And if I just save all my trading stations for next turn, that's nice. Building toward that though is going to be rough. I'm trying to see if there's any way I can take a tech tile. Getting 6 and 6 is going to be bananas. Yeah, I might not be able to take a tech tile this round. I would like it though. Nah, but just get all my mines out, have a pretty underwhelming round 2. That's my next tech tile. We'll get 2 more knowledge next turn. We shall see. All right, Atoma's turn. Bam. Oh, back-to-back Automa actions. What do you know? So they're already at level 4, so they're just removing this from the game. They are going to Place a mine on a Gaia planet. All the Gaia planets gobble the heck up. This is going to be closest to me is definitely here. I'm too far away to cycle off of that, and they're going to get 2 points. They go from 21 to 23, and Dunskies. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. Remember, you cannot combine this action and that action, so that's a wee bit unfortunate. I do think I need more credits, so we're gonna cycle 4 with that power with that research tactile. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Automa's turn. Bam, bam. They're moving up on their highest track. Well, I guess they're at the top of that. They get 1 point. So 23 to 24. Basically neuters their Automa action for the rest of the game. So it's them having that in their deck early isn't bad, but now they are going to start jumping up another track. Remember, that's 12 points for the Automa at the end of the game. I'm going to cycle 4 power and get 7 credit. So I go from 1 up to 8. Automa's turn. Bam, placing a mine. Range 2. Fewest terraforming steps is this one or this one. Closest to me, they're both 3 away from me. I could try to get on that planet as well. Probably makes some sense. So the closest to me, they're going to directional section go from the top, which means they end up over here. That is their last mine. I cannot cycle off of that. They're going to get 3 points for the pleasure. They go from 24 to 27, and that's the end of their turn. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get 2 more mines out. Interesting. It's a weird little start for me. All right, we're going to do this. I need 1 more of these. So I'm going to get 1 terraforming step from that, 1 ore, 2 credit, placing a mine here. And that's another planet type for me. Bam. Yeah, if I get that, I get the lost planet, reds and browns. Just a little bit worried about my credit income, which is really why I was thinking about that tile, but just wasn't really set up to take another tech tile this turn with how I've been playing it. Automa's turn, this comes out. They are doing an upgrade action. They're finally getting their Planetary Institute. Their upgrade priority is always going to be trading station to Planetary Institute, so that's always going to be their second thing. I could spend a point to cycle 2. Sure, why not? Ding, ding. They're going to get 1 point for that. They go up from 27 to 28. I'm going to spend 1 ore, 2 credit. I'm placing a mine here. That's 3 terraforming steps for me. That's 2. That's free. I just need to get the level 3. That's 3 away from me. That's fine. Atoma's turn. Potential end of round for them. It is not. They're moving up on a random track. They're going to move up on the navigation track. Oh, that's something to be aware of, especially since I know they have this card in their deck. I have to make sure they don't beat me to the top of the navigation track. So that might definitely force the issue a wee bit more from my perspective. I don't think there's a lot more worth doing for me right now. So if I pass, I'm going to start with a ton of ore. And, I think I want another tactile so bad. I want tech. I started with a ton of ore. If I build a Planetary Institute, that makes some sense. There's an argument to build both of those. So I'm going to be so high in navigation, I'm not necessarily sure I really care about not getting Q.I.C.s for a second. If I build an academy next turn, it doesn't do too much for me. And I do want to make sure I'm building. Well, if I build trading stations around 4, it's great because it's actually 4 points instead of 3. So that would be 4 points, cycle 4. I have another cycle 4. Can I get 2 tech tiles next turn? Maybe. That'll let me cycle 3. That gives me some ore. If I build I could consider a Federation next turn too. Because if I build a planet, if I build an academy, upgrade this to a trading station. I mean, that's, you know, there'd be 3 satellites on the board. I have to take some power out, which I don't love. But yeah, let's not deplete all my resources. I'm gonna pass. I get the first token back. And cycle 4, cycle 7. I don't need the ore. Yeah, let me cycle the 4. Take this. This goes back here. I'm gonna put a token there. Call it a day. Automa's turn. Potential end of round. Oh, they're gonna have max turns every round, apparently. I mean, it wasn't max. It was 1 away from max last round. All right, so they're doing range 2. They don't have a mine. So since they can't place a mine, instead they do an upgrade. They're going to upgrade a mine to a trading station because all they have is 8 mines on the board and they're Planetary Institute. They're going to do closest to me. 2 of them qualify as directly adjacent to me. So they're going to do directional selection. They're going to upgrade this one. 3 of them qualify as directly adjacent to me. So they're going to upgrade that one. That becomes a trading station. I can cycle 1 for free. Don't mind if I do. And they get 1 point. Their last turn, they're going to move this over. This comes out. That is an X. They're going to take this out to the game. This goes here. This flips over. 0 points for them. So the fact that both those tiles, I didn't score any points for them, but they didn't either. But the rest of the game, they're going to score 3, 9, 10, 11, 17 points from just the round boosting tiles. So it's something to be aware of with their score. This comes over. This comes out. Shuffle this deck. Bam, we're going to put 3 cards sideways and the rest straight up. I am first. And I like it. Bam. Ugh. All right, 3 sideways. This goes here. And income. All right, in income, what am I getting? I'm getting 1, 2 knowledge. Gets me from 3 to 5. We're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ore. Gets me from 1 to 8. We're gonna get the ability to cycle 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all of the income. I don't like taking the 4 credit tile because you will get a ton of credit production in rounds 3 and 4. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. All right, I'm going to cycle these 4 because I need credits now, so I'm going to make sure I grab that, although I haven't seen a power Q.I.C. action in the Automa deck yet. Again, the Terrans don't really do a ton of that. The Itars and the Furrex, they really start messing. Oh, sorry, Itars and the Taclons really start messing with your power Q.I.C. actions, as well as the Geodens, for that matter. But I'm going to take the 7 credits, so I go from 4 up to 11. Atoma's first turn of round 3, kids. Oh, Atoma action right off the bat again. It's what they do. All right, they are already at the top of that, so that is just wasted. They're taking a Gaia planet within range 4. Well, would you believe that? There is 1 left. Oh, I didn't even see that one last time. I wonder if I missed that. Maybe I don't know. I don't think it matters that much. The closest to me had to matter, so whatever. That is not close to me, no matter where the other one was. And they're going to get 2 points. So they go from 29 up to 31. Oh, the joys. All right. I mean, man. Part of me, that's a little crazy too. Woof. Part of me is very intrigued by a gambit up the knowledge track. just to make it easier to get some academies, get some federations. And I'm obviously not. I haven't done a lot of movement up the tracks in a way that's making me nervous, and that's one way to really try to close that gap. Because I do want to get on the top of the navigation, I want to get on the top of the terraforming, and if I don't do economic, as I'm trying to take stock of my situation here. I mean, AI track would be a late game gambit. Getting some Q.I.C.s makes sense. If I take this out, gives me another chance for more tactiles, or at least repeat scoring. Hmm. I have the foreknowledge. Gets me a Q.I.C. Oh, let's do it. I guess. Yeah, we're gonna. Oh man. Not doing the economic check always hurts my soul a little bit. All right, we're gonna spend 6 credit. I go for 6 ore. I go from 8 to 2. This is stupid. Why do I want? Well, I get the 4 points there. I cycled that. Can I get the 2 more ore? I'm not that. I could get ore that way. Do I do that one instead of that one? So that's 3. I move up there, form Federation just with those 3 tokens. Kind of get what I need. I'm going to be cycling more. I'm going to want the Q.I.C.s as ore right now anyway. I'm going to be so high in the navigation track. Q.I.C.s as other things. Yeah, I'm going to spend the 6. We're going to do it. We'll see how it works out. I don't know. I'm mildly confident. Not really, but we're going to put this here. This comes off, and I just want that extra knowledge. And that's going to work well by taking this tile, which moves me up here, and then kind of blitzing a bit of knowledge, especially if I'm in a wee bit of a race on the navigation track, because the Automa all of a sudden decided that he wants to, be impressive and go up the navigation track. What a jerk! All right, that's a thing. That's my final decision. I'm gonna live with it. Did anything else happen? Nope. I just own a Planetary Institute. Who's excited? I'm excited. All right, next. This goes here. This goes here. They're placing a mine. They don't have any more mines to place. So what are they doing? They're doing an upgrade instead. They do have 3 more trading stations. So they're going to upgrade a mine to a trading station. There are 2 more mines that are directly adjacent to me. Directional selection says they do this one. And I get to cycle 1. They're going to get 3 points for the pleasure. They go from 31 to 34. Super exciting. All right. Little nervous. We're going to spend the 4 knowledge here. We're going to cross that bridge. We're going to get an ore back because I can't gain Q.I.C. still, and I get the cycle 3. I dig that. Trading station there. Federation. That I like. And then I can leave those. Remember, I do want to start getting thingermajiggers on the board. And by that, I mean satellites. This comes off Automa action. They move up on the Gaia Project track. They can't. They place a mine. They actually can. They're looking for a terraforming. Gaia forming a transit planet range 4. There are no more transit planets range 4. So now we go to their normal course of action. So they're going to look for things that are 1 terraforming step that are within range 4 of them. So that's 1 terraforming step for them. That's 1 terraforming step for them. Reds, and that is range 4. That's 1 terraforming step for them. And there are no more Gaia planets. Transit planets are 2 terraforming steps for them, but again, it would take highest priority, but there are none within range 4. Now, closest to me, the only one that's within 2 of me is going to be that white planet, which is going to mean that they're going to take this. I get the cycle 1, and they're going to get 2 points. They go from 34 to 36. Yeah. All right. They put a lot of planets. They put a lot of mines out. That's bananas. It's like I put a lot of structures out for the 2.5 rounds roughly, and they are smushing me in a number of planets that they've claimed. I'm gonna spend 2 ore and 3. Oops, that was on the 15. Yes, because I built 3 Gaia planets, colonized 3 Gaia planets, and then I spent a point to cycle once. So 2 ore, 3 credit, that goes down to 2. That's correct. And then I'm gonna place this here. And that is going to give me 3 points because of the round booster, so 15 up to 18. And I am cool with that. The Automa's turn. This comes over. They're moving up in their highest thing. They're chasing me on the navigation truck, and it's making me mad. That goes up there. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to cycle 4. This comes over. Automa's turn. Moving up on a random track. 3 from the left, so whew, that could have been bad. 0 points there. Again, that's one of their starter cards. My turn. I'm going to cycle 4 to get more. Ugh. To get more ore. I could cycle 5 to get 2 terraforming steps. Is that crazy? I don't think it's crazy. Oh, it gets me up to that yellow too. Cycling 5, 2 terraforming steps. Fantastic. That's going to be 1 ore, 2 credit. Let's put a mine over here. I spent all my resources. It's fine. I'll build trading stations the next turn. I can get a federation here. Yeah, I can really kind of try to cut them off a little bit. I do want that yellow planet. It's a new planet type 2, which is a nice little knowledge boon when I take that sucker. So the brown planets I have claimed. Where are the other? It's a red planet. Might be hard for me to get on a red planet. Or a white or a blue planet for that matter. So we'll see. Alright, Atoma's turn. Definitely not end of round. Bam, they're going to do a power Q.I.C. action. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. When did they start getting into that business? They get 1 point. They are up to 38. My turn. I'm going to form a federation, taking out 2 power. Bam. We're going to get, oh, one thing I've been forgetting to do. Ugh. I'm going to put 2 satellites here. Shoot. I've been forgetting to put satellites on the board for them. So that's a satellite. When that was colonized, that was already there. So that does not get a satellite. This is 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 a satellite. This is, oh, wait, no. Because when that was colonized, he was already adjacent to that. So there actually is no new satellite there, but there is a satellite here and a satellite there. That should be correct. Yeah, no satellite for either of those because they have to be placed in a way that's separate. And since that's adjacent, they don't get a satellite. But yeah, they already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 satellites on the board. Woof. Itty woof. So I formed the Federation. Credit's still going to be my most limiting factor for next round. So I'm going to take this token. Oh, wow, the other credit one's over there. That's super interesting. Okay. How am I? What is happening? Yeah, I need to get to the top of the navigation track is what is happening. I need to get the lost planet. All right, 7 points. I go from 28. I'm gonna go 18 to 25. My math, none of that made sense, but I ended up with the right result. We're gonna get 6 credit. Woof. All right, Atoma's turn. Potential end of round. It is the end of the round. Look at them. They're gonna take the middle. This goes back. They're going to get another card to their deck. They're going to take the first player token back from me. This will go back here. They're going to score 3 points because of the round scoring tile up to 41. Shuffling these. Man, I was hoping, and part of me was like hoping to pass before them, but I think that's going to be fine. I'm not going to be able to get that yellow planet. It is something I wouldn't want to do early next round. But if I can form a mine there, get 3 more trading stations on the board, maybe do another federation, and then blitz some tech. I also think it would make sense to be safe and try to get to the top of the navigation track, but that would mean me taking that tile, which doesn't make me super happy. It's like a 7-point tile that early. It's not gonna, well, I guess getting income generating tiles, again, there's lessening rewards there at this stage of the game anyway. Like, this tile is just garbage. There's like no point ever taking that right now. Yeah, if I blitz navigation and then blitz terraforming, at some point I want to get the Planetary Institute out as well. All right, done and done. I'm gonna pass. I get 4 points because I have 1 academy on the board. Take them 28 to 20, 25 to 29. I'm just numbers just hard today for some reason. We're gonna take the ore and the 2 points per trading station. I'm planning to get all 3 of them out, and I do think it's time to make some point plays at this point in the game. This is gonna go here, and might as well lean into it, Greg. If you're just chasing points early, let's do it. I guess it's not that early. We're in the 4th round. All right, we're done. Income 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ore 0 to 7. 3 credit 6 to 9. 3 knowledge 1 to 4. It's one of the reasons. Oh, +1, so +1 more, so 1 to 5. I get the 1 that is up there. How's this math gonna work out? 1, 3 credit. No. 3, 1. I still feel credit poor. All right, let's make it happen. Are they going to do an Automa action on the first? Oh, it's a discard. Oh, they're doing an upgrade. So upgrading closest to me, it's definitely going to be still a trading station because I have 2 more of those suckers. That goes there. I get the cycle 1 for free. And done. They get points, though. They get 2 points. Stop cheating them. Their points, Greg. They are owed that. My turn. We shall... I only put a reminder token there to score that. 1, 2. Oh, I got 1 more ore because of that, so I'm actually at 8. Yeah, I gotta get to the top of that. I mean, do I do navigation knowledge track, then try to blitz terraforming? I'm actually in a fairly good shape with terraforming. They're pretty far from settling on that because it's 3 terraforming steps. So there's no real rush on that. I would probably like another tech tile this turn, however. It doesn't make sense to take that until I get the Lost Planet, assuming I can chase them to the top of that. All right, what if I do a trading station, a research lab, take this tech tile, get the 7 points, and then I can spend the 4 knowledge I have to get to the top of that, put the Lost Planet on the board, and maybe, and then kind of just take stock of where I'm at and get as many other trading stations on the board as I can. That feels like a plan. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to spend 2 credit, or 2 ore, 3 credit, putting this trading station on the board, and I'll just do it here. Oof. Yeah, I've done nothing to infuse more uh, power into my cycle, which is going to be a problem when I'm chasing satellites, but we will deal with that. But I built that trading station. I get 4 points. I go from 29 up to 33. Man, the only problem with building a research lab is that I'm hurting myself with points there, but it's only 2, and I just need to get to the top of that thing for sure. I do not want to lose out on that. Automa's turn. Bam. Bam. Power Q.I.S. It's a, oh, sorry, Automa action. Again, they're already at the top of the Gaia forming track. They're placing a mine, range 4. Look at that. Lo and behold, we have another Gaia planet that they are now in range of. That goes there. That does give them another satellite. We're out of range for me. I cannot power off of that. They get 2 points, 43 up to 45. My turn. I'm going to spend. Oh, he's so poor on credit. This is bad. I'm going to be hurting for credit so bad. I mean, they're not guaranteed to get a lost planet. I just got to make sure I don't lose out on it. But maybe I take that gamble. I get 3 more trading stations out, or 2 more trading stations out at least. Rack up the points, and then next turn, hopefully they don't get to the top of that. I guarantee get to the top of that by next turn. Because if I do a research lab now, I'm basically spending all of my credit, and that's gonna be really bad. It guarantees me the lost planet, but I think it loses me the game. I win the battle but lose the war. They literally only have 6 more structures over there. This is a nutty game against the Terrans, man. All right, I'm going to spend 3 credit, 2 ore, placing this over here. So, I mean, I'm looking at a Federation there. I'm looking at another Federation over here. If I get the range 3, and I put a mine there. Oof. That's a strong spot for me. All right, let me do that. 3, 2. Not gonna put this here yet. I'm gonna try to get to there. So I'm gonna spend 4 knowledge and get my +1 navigation. I think that's a really strong spot. They haven't taken it yet. Will they take it now? Will you take it now? Nope. They're gonna do a power Q.I.C. action 2 from the right. Let me grab that while I can. I'm going to spend 1 or 2 credit, and I'm going to place a mine here. That gives me 2 points. 1, 2. It's really my last chance to get the 2 points out of that, and I really like that spot because now I can build a trading station, upgrade upgrade it to an academy or a planetary institute, and then it's going to be an auto federation there. So federation there, federation there. I mean, I'm looking at potentially getting 4 federations, maybe a 5th federation token when I build my planetary institute. Oh, I did not give them points. I'm cheating them points, guys. All right, 45 to 48. This is why I have this token here. For some reason, I am just getting ahead of myself. Put this there. They're placing a mine. They actually would have grabbed that had I not just done that. So that makes me, oh, they wouldn't have, because again, they're out of friggin' mines again. So they're doing an upgrade, as I said. They're doing an upgrade. There's a bunch of mines that are range 2. So let's look at directional selection. Directional selection is from the bottom. That's range 2. Excellent. This goes over here. I can spend 3 points to cycle 4. Year. Yes. I think so. 1, 2, 3. Cycle 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're going to get 1 point. Hopefully I can cycle off them again before the end of the round so I don't have to waste all of that. I'm going to spend 3 credit, 1, 2, 3, down to 1, 2 ore to develop a trading station. I'm going to put this trading station here. That's going to give me 4 points because of the round booster, so 37 up to 41. Automa's turn. So many structures. They're moving up on a random thing. 1, 2. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, they're going to get to the navigation track. They skip over that, so now they're here. Oh, that's a nightmare. Locks me in. I gotta get it. Oh, it's so bad. I just needed that tile, that thing to not come up, and there's a big risk. I mean, there's only 5 cards left. If the next tile is they move on their highest track, that'd be awful. I mean, there's a good chance it's in the bottom 3, but I have to grab it. So I'm gonna do this. I'm only gonna get the cycle 2 out of that. Oh, it's gonna take too many steps. It's really bad. Because I have to cycle 2, cycle it again, get the 7, and then build the research station that I almost built earlier. I have no more knowledge. Man, them getting the Lost Planet's really gross. Oh, no, they would take that. No, they move up on the top. Yeah. No, they would take it. That's right. That's their first priority is they take it before they move up. If level 4 in advance, they would remove the tile. Okay, hold on. I got a little bit more of a window. I got a little bit more of a window. Let's back to the originally scheduled program. I hope this doesn't totally screw me. Oh, this is fine. I'm going to cycle 2, get 2 more credit. I'm going to spend the 3 credit and the 2 ore. So again, that's a free action down here to get my last trading station on the board. And we'll get it over here. That's going to give me 4 points, 36 up to 40. So yeah, we'll be getting a ton of credit next turn, as predicted by Troy. And that's 8 points for that. Ugh. Don't do it to me. Moving up in their highest track. That means they're taking this off the board. They have not gotten the Lost Planet yet from me. They do get 1 point. And we just have to hold on to your butts. But I'm going to make sure I go first next turn. So I'm going to cycle this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Automa's turn. They're going to do an upgrade action. They're upgrading. They've upgraded all their trading stations already. So they're going to upgrade a trading station to a academy, to a research lab. There are 3 trading stations that are directly adjacent to me. They're going to do directional selection from the top. It's going to go there. I get the cycle 1 for free. That's done. They get 1 point. They go from 50 to 51. I am passing to make sure I go first next turn. I'm going to get 8 points when I pass because I have all my trading stations on the board. So I go from 40 to 48. This goes out and over here. And what am I taking? That's a really good question, Greg. I know. I only ask good questions. I'm going to take some ore and knowledge. Some Ori knowledge is what I'm going to do. That's done. And Atoma's turn. Please be the end of your round. It is the end of their round. Thank you. This is going to go to them. This comes over here. They're going to get how many points from that? They're getting 6. They go from 51 up to 57. This flips. Adding one card. I'm first player. It's unusual that it keeps passing back and forth like that. Let me check the chat. You may be able to build all your trading stations in a few mines this round. Yeah, but I started the game and this myself. Awesome. Can the Automa really get 3 steps and have to beat you at the top? It was close. Just missed 3 points of the Automas on their power Q.I.C. action. Never mind, you caught it. Spend 1 power to get a credit before you cycle 4. Oh yeah, that made sense. That made sense. Right, I undid that, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. So what Troy was saying was like, when I was here, I could have spent the power and cycled 4 and got the full use of it. So there would have been no point to do half of it. Yeah, the one thing I forgot that when they're there, they kind of have a stutter step, and they just take the advanced tactile from you, which occasionally matters, but for the most part, I'm glad when they have that that hitch. All right. Well, that's a lot of credits. Now I am poor. Who would have thunk? Ah, man. This is a weird game. What have I gotten myself into? Yeah, I think the play right now is Research Lab, Academy, Trading Station, Federation. I am very much in need of power to my cycle, but remember, you could always spend 1 ore to get a power into your cycle. It is a super not efficient, but I do need to build a ton more satellites. Remember, the Automa is already at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have tied the dummy player. As far as number of structures left, I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 structures left. The Terrans literally only have 5, which is bananas. Their deck is built very strange. I'm gonna get my income. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 income over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets me up to 7. Knowledge 3, 4, 5. Knowledge gets me from 1 up to 6. Ooh, the excitement builds. We're gonna get 16 credit. 1 and 16 is how that works, and we're cycling 0. Okay, well, first things first, kids. Let's spend 3 credit, 3 ore. Man, I'm ore credit, one of those two things, and I'm gonna go from 16 down to 11 in credit. I actually said the right thing that time. We're gonna put this sucker here. This comes off. We're gonna take this tactile, which is 7 points. I get from 48 up to 55. We're gonna flip this Federation token and become the proud owners of 1 planet of lostness. I will put this planet of lostness. It's 4 points to settle on a Gaia planet this turn. Yeah, good luck with that, sir. So light on power in my cycle. I could put it here, and then it's just going to toss me 2 power, and I won't have to worry about doing a research station over there. I don't want to block up all my trading stations because, again, I need to get as much of my power over there. So I'm just not even really using the range abilities of this, but again, I have so much range. I have a yellow planet there. I can get there. I can get anywhere I want. And honestly, extending my range in late game when I find a way to get power back on my cycle, so I can chase the points for the first the end game scoring, I think it would be a little bit more helpful. So we got that sucker. I'm at the top there. Nothing else happens. It's great. Yikes. Yeah, I really hope they do something that lets me cycle 1. I could. If I can cycle 1, I'm gonna need more ore. to build a academy. Academy gets me a Federation token. I take the Federation token that gives me ore. And I can start building out the rest of this round. I dig. All right, let's go. They are doing an Automa action. So they are going to place a mine. Well, I'm not powering off that sucker. Booyah. That's going to go over there. And hello to another satellite. Of course, that was range 4. They're getting 2 points. They go from 57 to 59. Oh, I could do it that way. I could just cycle the 3 as a free action and get 1 ore. Not exactly the thing of dreams. Not totally worried about terraforming yet. I could cycle 3 to get 2 more power. It's probably the smart thing to do, but then I'm still 2 ore shy. Yikes. I could just build my Planetary Institute. That's probably... And then I just don't do a Federation this round. But I have the ore for that. So... probably makes a lot more sense. I get a Federation token out of that. I get another ore. I get 2 credit. I get a knowledge. Alright, let's do the... I'm going to do it eventually, so I might as well do it now. And that way, at least I get the cycle power in between. So we're going to spend 4 ore, and then 6 credit. That goes from 11 to 5. We're putting this guy on the board. And that comes off. I immediately get this Federation token, which gives me an ore back, 2 credit, and the knowledge. The Lost Planet is a new planet type, so I do have 7 planet types. So if I take this tech tile, that's pretty strong. It's an argument to actually just turn this into a research lab. Because if I do research lab there, Planetary Institute, I could potentially get a Federation there, and then maybe this could form the basis of another Federation. But I am going to need to cycle to get another ore. That's another ore there. It's nice. All right, Atoma's turn. Bam. Placing a mine. They don't have mines. Doing an upgrade. They have 1 trading station. They're upgrading a mine closest to me. There's a bunch that are 2 away. Directional section says from the bottom. This is within 2 of me. That's perfect because I can cycle that 1 there. Exactly what I wanted. They're getting 3 points for the pleasure. 64 up to 60. Oh, sorry, 59 up to 62. Done. I'm going to cycle this 4 because I need some ore. And it goes from 1 to 3. Atoma's turn. Bam, doing a power Q.I.C. action, 1 from the right. This was from last round, I'm sure. Yeah, pretty sure about that. 3 points. They go from 62 to 65. I'm on your heels, Terrans. You should run scared. Be afraid. Be very afraid. All right, we're going to cycle 4 while I get the max use out of that. Atoma's turn. They're going up on a track, 1 from the right. They go up on that track. I can turn a knowledge into a credit. I have no power, man. I'm like thinking about foreign federations, and I'm looking at my cycle, and I'm like, that's not great. That is the opposite of great. What's the opposite of great, Greg? Exactly. Um, two satellites, two satellites. Yeah, I'm gonna have a really hard time. I mean, I'm not even sure I'm gonna have enough distance. I mean, the best that I can hope for is I beat the dummy player, I think, with the satellites. If I get 9, so if I get 2 satellites here, 2 here, 2 here, and then 3 here, that's 9. At least I get second. Catching up to the Terrans right now, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 9, 3. Yeah, they already have 9 on the board. They're bound to get another one. Oh, they got a blue planet right there. Well, that's at least adjacent to them. Just having the resources to do 2 academies, though, is going to be really hard in that last round. AI track is tempting. AI track is indeed tempting. Oh, that's 7 credit up there. I do dig that. Wait. Academy there. Yeah, I'm just not going to get the 6 ore I need. I definitely don't want to build a trading station there. So Research Lab Academy here, trading station, that's enough for 1. And then I could try to work some magic up there. All right, let's stop. Let's just do it. I'm going to spend a 3 ore, 5 credit. I'm going to build a research lab here. That's going to give me, and maybe I should have taken that. It's, well, 1 less ore. I guess I've been using the ore pretty delicately, so that's going to give me a thing. Don't think there's a better time for this. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knowledge. I guess from 17 up to 13. Because I'm on 6 of the 9 planet types. Yeah, I never got on a red, but that's absolutely fine. All right, Atoma's turn. Doing a trading station, or doing an upgrade. Since they have no more trading stations, they have to upgrade to a, they will upgrade priority-wise to a academy before they upgrade to a research lab. They only have 1 trading station on the board, or 1 research lab on the board, so they're going to do that. I cycle 1 off of that for free, and Automa gets 2 points from their card. They go from 65 to 67. My turn. I'm going to try to run up this knowledge check a little bit. So I want to end up there, and there is what I want to do, with a chance of maybe kind of springing up that AI track a little bit. So I'm going to spend 4 knowledge, gets me 13 to 9, and move up there. Again, that's all points. At minimum, I get the extra income back. If I get up to there, that's another 12 knowledge I'm looking at, with just 3 jumps on that track. I think that makes a lot of sense. The tech tile, I would definitely take this tech tile here, which I can use up there. Just the rest of the, I mean, are there any of the advanced tech tiles I'm really looking at that I dig? Not especially. I mean, that one's interesting because then I could use all those jumps to get 2 points every time. Maybe jump at the AI track a little bit. Potentially do some stuff over here. But I kind of like where we're at. Atoma's turn. Ooh, that's nice too, because they're getting 5 knowledge from there. That's a lot of jumps. All right, Atoma's turn. They're going to do a power Q.I.C. action, 1 coming from the right or left. It's like the right, it's just the opposite side. They're going to get 1 point, 67 to 68. I'm going to spend 3 knowledge. I go from 9 to 5. We go up there. We cycle 3 immediately. Atoma's turn. They're doing an Automa action. They are going to place a mine, range 4. Transit planet is the first tiebreaker. Obviously, no transit planets. So looking at 1 terraforming step. Oh, they're looking at 0 terraforming steps, really. They're just going to go there. It is range 4, so that does supersede this range, even though it's not a transiting planet. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's closest to me? 1, 2, 3, 4 away. This is 1, 2, 3 away. They'll actually snag that one, and that will give them a satellite there. I am too far away to cycle off of that. They get 2 points, 68 up to 70. My turn, I'm cycling 3 while I can. I need more power in my cycle because Federations are going to require it. And again, if I can get all 6 of these on the board, it's still only 8, right? So spending an ore to get a 9th will probably make some sense. Yeah, I don't think there is a better use of my moolah than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4, 9. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, there's an argument to get to take the 7 credits, but I mean, if I can get to the top of that, that's a bunch of credits. So I'm gonna have to hope that is enough. Automa's turn. Bam! It's going to do an upgrade action. We're upgrading a trading station to a research lab close to me. I have a couple that are directly adjacent. It's gonna be this one. I could spend on 1 point to cycle 2. Bam, bam, and they get 1 point. They go from 70 to 71. Donskis. Potential end of round for them next turn. My turn, I'm going to spend 5 more knowledge. And, yeah, let's just get myself in position to run up some tracks next round. Bam, done. There. Again, it's 4 points. Plus I get there, 9 knowledge. I run up there. We do hopefully work some magical things out. Potential end of round for the Automa. It is the end of the round. They're taking this. Oh, that's a lot of points for me, unfortunately. But that's fine. The research lab should also give me some serious point opportunities, although I do want to get some academies, so we'll see. They're going to take their last card off of here. They're only getting 2 points from the round booster, so they're at 73, and we get to flip this right the heck over. Again, terraforming steps are going to be 2 points each. So again, if I could run up the terraforming track the next round, there are some scoring opportunities there. I do have range 4, which is super helpful. But getting at least 8 satellites on the board, I would like to get a 9th satellite at some point. If I build an academy, take that, move up on that. One terraforming step couldn't hurt. Gives me the credit I need. Nobody knows the credit I need. I already took the credit tactile. Woof. Toma also got a lot. They seem to accumulate a lot of. This actually passes back to them. They seem to accumulate a lot of cow power Q.I.C. actions in a way that makes me a little nervous. So I will pass. Don't know if it makes sense. I mean, realistically, I'm turning. Do I have 11 on the board yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna be in second, I think, in both endgame scoring, which is bananas, dude. The Automa just built so much and just added so many satellites. That range 4 thing is crazy. I think I take the credit. I mean, every bit of credit's gonna help. So, as much as I would love a point chaser, we'll do that. And that will work. Looking at these advanced tactiles. I might take that. It's a lot of points I can get there. only have the Federation tokens. If I take a Federation token to take that, and then I can jump him up, get that Federation token, then I could jump over there. That could work pretty well. All right, income. We're gonna get 4 plus 5, 9 knowledge. I go from 1 to 10. Yeah, so I go down 4. I can go back up 5 once I'm on the top of that, which is great. We are going to cycle 4, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. We are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ore, 6 ore, because that's opened up. So that will work. And then just 5 credit, 2 to 7 for that. Automa is going to lead us off. They're doing an upgrade. They're upgrading a mine to a trading station. Closest to me, there are a bunch within 2, no more within 1. Directional section from the bottom, that is within 2. I get to cycle 1 for free. And that is 1 point for them. Do I take that 3 knowledge now? Well, I can. Do I take that 2 more power? That's what I'm thinking about. No. No, I don't think I do. I think at some point I'll be able to spend an ore for that 1 power. All right, let's build a academy. So down to 1 credit, nothing else. It looks awful. But we're going to take this, we're going to build this, we're going to put this over here. That gives me a tech tile. I'm going to take this by flipping this. I'm going to cover this. This is totally fine. I can cover either one of them. Again, they're instant benefits. There's no more point to having them. And they're going to move up here, and I get 2 points because I moved up on a research track. I could form a federation. Get more ore. Move up there. I get 2 more ore there. Actually, I'm going to need more credit, though. But now I could also get Q.I.C. from there. So I think I'm going to actually be cycling for credit more than anything. But we have 1, 2. Yeah, I should have enough jumps to get to the top of both of those. And I could use that 9 to start moving up the AI track. Use the AI track to start doing some of the Q.I.C. actions. That's the plan. We'll see if I can pull it off. Automa's turn. Automa is doing a power Q.I.C. action, 2 from the left. So the double terraforming step is gone. They're also getting 3 points. They go from 74 up to 77. Did I give them the 1 point? I don't know. Someone can tell me. Edge of my seat here says Rue. Hello, Rue. Look at all those credits. Gleans at the top of the nav, right where they should be. Could be put the less planet far away and take the 2 Federation token. Take the 2 tokens Federation token and take 3 power action for tokens. I think that is the only way you compete on stats, final scoring. Yeah, I've just had so little power that I was like, I wanted to make sure it only cost me 2. So, but yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying. I need credit so bad. All right, we're doing this. I'm gonna form a satellite. Yeah, I'm gonna cycle this for 2 credit. And then I'm going to take these both out of my cycle. And I'm going to put 2 satellites here and here and form another set. So 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to take the 7 points and 2 ore. I go from 56 to 63. And the 2 ore gets me from 0 up to 2. Automa's turn. They're going to move up in their highest track. There are this one, but they can't get any up any higher. If there was a advanced tactile, they would have taken that one, but they can't. They're going to move on one of these 2. Directional selection is 2 from the left, so 1, 2. You just count the rows that count. You count the rows that count. You count the rows that matter, and that gets 1 point. I'm going to spend 4 knowledge, move up on this, which lets me cycle 3, and I get 2 points because of my advanced tactile. Automa's turn. They're doing a power Q.I.C. action, 2 from the left, 1, they skip over that, 2. That's a little unfortunate. Now I can start getting Q.I.C.s, so that's super exciting. Cycle 4. Woof. Struggling there. Can I get another academy? One, two, three, 4, 5. If I just make that, oh, that's wild. If I just get one more federation, if I could put a thing out there, form another federation. I don't know if I'll be able to get another academy, but academies aren't giving me a. Oh, I have both my academies on the board. What am I talking about? I can't build another academy. Wolf. No more academies, Greg. You have no more academies. That's right. I built the one early, and I had that last turn. It's great. So I don't need to. I don't know why I was. Forget everything I said about building 2 academies this round. I play games sometimes. That is just 2 terraforming steps. I have 1 from there, so I would just need more ore. So of course they just covered the ore that I could need. Get another tactile there, and get a Q.I.C. there. I move up on there, I get 2 ore. Oh, that's wild. I can beat them on satellites. And I get points for terraforming steps. And I could cycle this to get 2 more knowledge. 1, 2. What's going to give me the tactile? Oh, the math of this is bananas. Unless I just cycle over there, jump there, form another federation. I might have to do this first to make sure I have the jumps. So if I jump to 11, that gives me what I need there. So maybe I take the 7 credit, or maybe I take the 2 power. I have a terraforming step from that. What am I trying to build? What would 7 credit get me? 7 credit wouldn't actually get me very much. I already have. I'm not going to beat. I'm not beating the Terrans on a. I'm just trying to beat the dummy player on both things. I'm gonna be down 12 points on that, but that's on the end game scoring. But that's just the reality. I could potentially do some cool stuff here. Oh, that would be a 1, 2. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. That'd be an 8-point tile there. I don't hate that. That doesn't do much for me. I don't have a lot of great scoring opportunities other than terraforming. All right, so I think 2 more federations is out. It's not realistic, but 1 more federation is definitely doable, and I can do it in a way that's going to let me beat the Automa in satellites. and that's important. So I'm just going to cycle these to get 2 knowledge by taking that and just maximize some jumps here. Because again, that's super points for me. Automa's turn. Placing a mine. Of course, they have more mines. Range 2. It's going to be here. There's no more blue within range 2. It doesn't give them a satellite because it's already adjacent to one of their suckers. They get 3 points. They go from 78 to 81. All right, I'm spending 4, going up there, getting 2 ore. Automa's turn. They're doing an upgrade. They're gonna upgrade their research lab on the board to their last academy. I could spend a point to cycle 2. There is absolutely no point for me doing that. They're gonna get a point. Oh, is there a point to doing that? Sure, I will spend 1 point to cycle 2. Nope, that's not a point. That's a point. I already gave them their point, I think. Someone can tell me if I didn't. Let me then cycle 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 2 credits could be helpful, maybe. I don't know. That might have been a silly point, but at least I used the 4 credit thing. Just in case. Automa action. They have no more mines, so instead of placing them, they're already at the top of that. Instead of placing a mine, they're doing an upgrade. Looking at a trading station closest to me, it's going to be this one. I can spend a point to cycle 2 more. That's super nice. That's out. They're going to get 2 points, 82 to 84. And I'll spend, again, I would have to spend 3 points to cycle 4. I'm spending 1 point to cycle 2. I dig that. I'm going to cycle 4. Well, cycle 3 to get 2 more power in my cycle. And then I'll spend this one to get a credit. And we're just going to start obliterating those. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat them. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can get to 9 easy. I still think I'm going to have enough to get 2 federations. It's risky. Yeah, I just don't see the path. I mean, because if I get... I'm not even going to have the spacing right. Yeah, I'm not going to have the spacing right. I'm just looking for 1 more federation that uses 5. It gives me 2nd place in satellites. And I'll accept that as a moral victory. So they're upgrading a mine to a trading station. Yep. Closest to me, there's a bunch that are 2 away. Coming from the bottom, it's going to be this one. I get some 3 points to cycle 4. No, thank you. That would be dumb. They get 2 points. They go from 84 to 86. All right. I'm going to use this thing. I'm going to spend... So that take care of 1 terraforming step. I'm going to spend 2 more ore to get 2 more terraforming steps. I'm going to spend 2 credit. And I'm going to put a mine all the way out on this red planet. Remember, I have range 4. That's actually not 3 terraforming steps for me. All the whites and the blues are taken. That's a little unfortunate. So I can spend 1 less ore at least. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9 mines for me. That's satellite for me, which is great. So I'm going to get 4 points because I did 2 terraforming steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that mine is now built. Excellent. Automa's turn. It's placing a mine. No more transit planets. So range 4, fewest terraforming steps. It's going to be either red planets. There are all all of them. What's closest to me? So red or white planets. That's within, it's range 4, so I get so much friggin' range. What's closest to me? Those are the only 3 options. Closest to me is definitely this one. That's another satellite for them, so good thing I'm not trying to chase them down for that, and they're gonna get, I could cycle 1 for free. Ooh, look at me. Alright, I'm gonna spend 5 power to form a federation, and I'm going to put 5 satellites on the board. Oh, I did not give them their 2 points, I don't think. 1, 2. Someone can let me know if I did the scoring wrong. I don't think I did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that gets me up to 9. So I'm going to get second place in this, and I'm probably getting second place in this because they only have 2 structures left, and that's bananas. So we'll just do both of those things. When I form the Federation, I will take a Federation token. I think 8 points in a Q.I.C. could open up some possibilities down here. Again, I just want scoring at this point. So we'll go from 67 to 75, and I get my first Q.I.C. of the game. Look at me. I have Q.I.C.s now. Automa's potential end of round. It is the end of the round. They're going to get 6 points because of end game scoring. They get from 88 to 94. All right. Looks, no one's telling me I missed any scoring, so I'm going to assume I did not. All right. Now it's the Greg show. It's always the Greg show. All right, we're going to go spend 4 knowledge to flip this over, get to the top of this, gives me 9 knowledge back. I get 2 points that went up on a track, like so. I'm going to spend 4 knowledge, flip this over, get over here, take this token. I get 2 points that went up on a track because of my advanced tactile, plus 7 more points. That gets me from 79 to 86, plus 6 credit. That gets me from 2 up to 8. I have so many tactile. I have so many Federation tokens. It's bananas. All right. Now what? I'm going to do this action to get a Q.I.C. because apparently those are things I can take now. I'm going to want to get max points from that. I'm going to spend 4 points, 4 knowledge. I go from 5 down to 1 to move up on this, which gives me another Q.I.C. And since I went up on a thing, I get 2 points. I don't think I don't think I double scored that. Someone can let me know. Forgetting things. There's a lot happening. Woof. I'm going to. Oh man, maybe it's better. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think I just spam the round booster. That's probably the best thing I can do, right? So if I spend what can I terraform that's within range 4, that is 4 terraforming steps. All the whites and blues are out. That's amazing. Woof. Well, okay, so let's go to reds and blue. So I'm gonna reds and black. So I'm gonna spend 2 for 2 terraforming steps, plus 1 for a mine, plus 2 here. And I'm gonna put a mine here, and that's going to be another 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can rescore something. I can spend 2 of these to get 3 points, and I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's probably the smartest thing. Well, if I rescore my oh, never mind, it's not. Is it? If I rescore a tactile, I get 2 more ore. And 7 points. So it's pretty much 9 points either way. So I'd only be able to do 1 terraforming step based on what I have here. So I guess I just do the 9. I can't take a tactile. I'm kind of stuck on my tracks. 2, 3. The fact that they took all the blues and whites is absolutely bananas. I'm really surprised I went up the knowledge track again. That was not the plan coming in, kids. One terraforming step. We'll do it the fun way. I mean, either way I can do this. I'm going to spend I'm going to spend two Q.I.C. to do this. Nope. I'll spend 3 Q.I.C. I'm not going to be able to do it that way. No, I can do it that way. I spent 3 Q.I.C. to rescore that. So it gives me 7 points. So 98. I'm sorry, 92 to 99 plus 2 ore. And then I'm going to spend 1 ore for a terraforming step, 1 ore for a mine, 2 credits. I'm going to place a mine here. That's only 1 terraforming step away. That's not a mine. That's a mine. And I get 2 points because of the round booster. So 1 and 2. That is that. Passing, I get no points. I might have messed an ore up somewhere, but with the Q.I.C.s I had, again, I only needed two Q.I.C.s to get the same 7 points, same 9 points that I ultimately got by those last two actions. So that should be fine. I'm not gonna. Oh, but you know what? You know what's silly about that is I'm actually costing myself a point. That was silly. Let me get the 3 back. Take this mine off. And put these 2 credit back. I was already out of ore. I'm just going to spend the 2 here to do this and get the 9 points that way. So I stay where I was on the scoring track, and now I can turn this into an ore, and then an endgame scoring. Well, I guess it would have been the same amount of points because I only have 8 there instead of 9, but it could have been a point difference based on endgame scoring. So again, I just kind of did that to kind of show. Again, always remembering spending resources to put stuff out that doesn't give you points doesn't make much sense because resources equal points. So I have a total of 8 resources left. So even if I was 1 off, I'm still getting 9 points. We're still going to get 2 points from my leftover resources, so we can wipe those out. And then we're going to, when I pass, again, I got no points from that, so it doesn't matter. I already scored the Automa for those 6 points. The Automa is going to get a total of 36 points for the end game scoring. So they're at 94. That gets into 130. I'm going to get 24. I'm at 103 right now, so that gets me to 127. And then the Automa is going to get 12 plus 8. They're going to get 20 points from that. They get to 150 on the nut. And then I'm going to get 36 points. Again, 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12. 36 points at 127 gets me from 127 to 163. Woo! What a game, man. That was crazy. It's a very weird game. Yeah, Terrans I knew would be a tough matchup. This was a really nice starting point. And then just, getting 3 federations. I got my faction-specific federation token. Blitzing the knowledge track because I felt like I was behind on the tracks was just kind of really worked out. The economic track still would have had some serious benefits, but I just think that when I was in that place in round 3, I was like, man, I need more knowledge to do what I wanted to do, and I knew the Automa was starting to put pressure on me in the navigation track. He would have made it up to the top of that sometime during round 4 had I not done it at the very first thing I did in round 4. So, but yeah, cool. I mean, losing both endgame scoring and still winning the game is not easy to do. I have a bad habit in competitive games to just forget about endgame scoring because I'm usually the more experienced player, so I'm just kind of messing around, and I'm like, oh crap, you're gonna win both of those. And yeah, my wife's cousin has punished me 3 games in a row, I think, because I did that. Because I like to not learn from my mistakes the first time. So but and there's a little snort for you just to end the live stream on. So this was cool. Troy and Rue, EM, Phoenix Knight. What's up, Eric? Just kind of thank you for a good chat. We got Eggers, we had Saget was here, Mike James. So always good to get some chat support for the Gaia videos. It's funny, like when I think about this channel a lot, like Gaia's, it's definitely one of the top 5 games I feature, and it's a top 5 game for me personally. The views aren't there, but like when I look at the comments and stuff like that, like I just know it's just nice that these videos seem to be very appreciated. Even if people can't make the live streams, I get a lot of comments like after the fact. So the views are like it's always like Spirit Island, Maid's Night, and then like everything else to some extent. But Gaia is even below like the normal for me. But the amount of engagement I get, it's just super cool to see, and glad to kind of be able to put out some high level Gaia videos. I mean, they're not the highest level. There is that someone who was there are multiple people better than me at all of these sections, but you know, I can at least put them all on the channel and play a decent game, and hopefully we some learn some things together for sure. So I don't know what the next faction is. I'll have to check that out. Maybe I can pick that up real quick. But again, I'll be back to Gaia about once every 2 months. My next faction is the Hashalas. So Crazy Space Chickens, which I think I lost with them. I have a hard time with the Hashalas as a faction playing them, but I also find them super strong when you're playing against them. When they're the Automa, I think they're the strongest Automa from a scoring perspective. They seem to consistently score like close to 175 when I play against them. But at some point it was just like, all right, well, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose both of those. Let's make sure we lock up second. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I only got 12 on the board. That's wild. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that would have been a situation where, hey, those 9 points are not created equal, because that's a pretty big swing. So if I tied with the Atoma on that, I would have. Well, I guess if I tied with the dummy player, I just had 3 less points. So I guess I wouldn't have made a huge difference, because I'm not. It's not a swing with them. It's just basically I lose 3 points, and the elusive third player who doesn't really exist would get 3 more points. So it is what it is. But kind of feel like I earned. I don't always feel like I like when you score like 180, 190, which happens very rarely for me, but when it happens, it's like I don't always feel like I earned every bit of that. Like that 163, like I'm proud of that. Like I feel like I earned that 163 more than normal. Hello, so it looks like I'm back for the finale. We were playing ourselves, so I bailed on you. Yeah, that's what's up, dude. And I would love to play this game more. My friends don't want to play with me. I don't blame him. But my wife's cousin consistently is like, "Yeah, I'll play with you," and he kicks my ass. So like, whatever. I think maybe my friends are scared of a nothing burger. But yeah, this is one of the 3 games my friends will play with me. It's like this and Scythe and I was gonna say like Maze and Spirit Island. I have some friends that will play that with me for sure. I don't think there's any other competitive game that I've spent so much time playing that it's a competitive for the most part with my friends. But again, my wife's cousin still kicks my ass. So I won. I did win. I did, Saj. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize for pulling out the occasional victory on my channel. Yeah, the Gleens. Very weird. Ended up. I was gonna do economic track, and I took a detour into the knowledge track because I knew I was lagging on the research areas, and I was able to get up to the top of the terraforming track, the navigation track, and the knowledge track, and pull out a pretty decent win. We are not playing Gaia. We have a new beast in the house, the new Europa Universalis. Go look it up and be horrified. I've been a little horrified. I've heard of it. It's not the first time, and I'm just like, not a me game, not a me game. But I'm sure my friend Brian will get it at some point, and I'll play with him because he has a habit of teaching me not me games that I'm like, yeah, this is really not me. But I'm happy to play everything once. All right, I'm happy to play most things once. So, dude, my competitively, like my latest obsession is Chaos Order. I love that game so much. It does not have a solo mode, which is fine. I absolutely love that game. So I was like, I have to buy it. And if I'm buying a game mostly for competitive, like there are very few games that I'm buying that don't have solo modes. Like I really love that game. It is very, very good. It is like if Scythe and Gaia Project had a baby, it would be Chaos Order. It's that good. I mean, if Scythe, Root, and Gaia Project had a baby, it would be Chaos Order. And I just absolutely am so all about everything it does. So, whoo. Alrighty then. Yes. No, I played it once. See, I was happy to play it once. Genuinely, I played it once. No more. We're good. seen I've seen what it offers. It's fine. It's my friend Brian, who's like who I mentioned a lot on the channel. Like he is like the heaviest taste in games that I know. So he teaches me a lot of garbage, and then roundly kicks my ass as I'm in a learning game. And he likes to throw all the expansions in and everything, which I'm like, dude, like you're gonna crush me already. Like I don't need more mechanics that I don't understand. But it is what it is. I'm a little slow in learning games, despite how my channel might make it seem. So he uh he actually does have a pretty wide taste in games. He's like the most omnivore of gamers I play with, and he likes a lot of light games. And we were talking about Cash and Guns, and he's just like, dude, like, because he really likes that game, and I'm like, dude, that game is a heaping pile of garbage. And it's just funny because he's like he just loves so many heavy games, but he loves Cash and Guns, and he'll play a bunch of like really easy rolling rights. And I'm like, I don't I admire that about him, right? And it's actually helped me like grow as a gamer. It's like, oh, just don't be so narrow minded about what makes a good gaming experience. But there's still games that I'm like, he's always like, dude, you can't approach this like a game. It's an experience. It's just I'm like, I have a hard time. But we have been huge fans of Epic Europa PC game with my brother, so it's a good fit for us, even if the game is a big investment of time and brain power. Nah, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, we were at my gaming weekend last weekend. There was a table of three guys got Lisboa out, and I was like, Lacerda and me. I like Weather Machine a little bit. Like On Mars was not for me. Combat EV was very much not for me. Like, oh, I could not wait for that game to be over. So, sure, but that one you play for the people and interaction, kind of unlike your solo mojo. Yeah. I mean, I do. There are. I mean, I love. I mean, I love a game of TI4, the Chaos Order, Gollum. There are definitely I love playing this competitively. Scythe I have a hard time getting to the table. Yeah, I've been playing Dwellings of Eldervale recently. Mosaic is really good. I was very impressed with Mosaic. Played that twice. So I do think that solo gaming has made me slightly worse at competitive gaming, in the sense that because I play so many cooperative games in general than the solo games, that I think I've lost some of like the instinct for like a competitive game, where it's like, oh, it's not me and you trying to figure out this puzzle together. It's like, oh, we're actually going at each other. And you know, I'm aggressive enough in general in my games that I don't think the fall off is that much, but I do think I've gotten a little bit worse at competitive games for sure. I agree 100% on the sort of massive default skip. Yeah, I don't know. It just I'm like this a lot with games where I'm like, all right, how much investment would I have to make to get good at this to really enjoy it, and is it worth it? And the Certas tend to fall on the no, it's not. Um, but I think about games I've learned recently, like Smartphone Inc. Like, God, that game is so good. Like, and it doesn't have any like it looks awful. It's got an awful title, and I'm like, this game's really good. Like, it has so much. It has no business being as good as it is, and I'd much rather play that, which is like that mid-weight game, but it's like a little dry, that dry economic thing. You're setting pricing on cell phones, then like sit down and try to learn like a Lacerda. Like, ugh. I mean, Kanban EV was such a freaking miss for me. Um, Saget says Mosaic will have a local release with retail components at okay price. Really looking forward to it, dude. It's really good. I played it once. My friends got the whole Kickstarter. Dude, you don't need it. You just don't need it. I mean, the plastic bits they're nice. Don't get me wrong, but whoa, dude, it's such a unnecessarily huge box. Um, but yeah, Mosaic is really good. We the played it once, kind of got my feet wet. Played it again. I ended up losing in a tiebreaker, but just the idea they do really encapsulate like a Civ game, and we played a max player count. It was excellent and got it done in 3 hours. It was so good. Rue says awesome. Sad says dwellings. We need it on your channel. I will be here following you and helping you make worse choices than you would otherwise. I like dwellings. I was gonna buy. I think I said this already. I think I was gonna buy it from a friend, and then I played Chaos Order, and Chaos Order does a lot of similar things. It doesn't necessarily seem like it, but there's like you have tracks, you have area control, and I just think Chaos Order just does it so much better. And it's just much more my game. And then Dwellings is cool. I played it 4 times. I enjoy it. It's just not hitting all the things I want it to hit. And that deck of cards is so freaking random, that I don't love that about it. And and then you have the dice rolling to resolve combat, and it's so swingy. Like, yeah, if I'm playing a really swingy game with dice rolling, I want it to be cooperative or solo, just to be honest. So sad just says it, but this is the weird thing. Gaia is also a massive investment. Still, somehow you and I both fall on like it a lot side. Yeah, it's so good. It's really sweet. Big shout out to Sarah, by the way. Yeah, yeah, I just got a review copy of Wingspan, and she's played that before, and we just never bought it. And Stonemeyer offered me a review copy. I'm not gonna say no to Stonemeyer for sure. And so I'll get that on the channel pretty soon. And I was like, yeah, I'll probably get on a channel, and then I could always sell it. She goes, no, don't sell that. Like, I like that one. I was like, oh, okay. So another game she'll play with me, which is always nice. Rue says, I've been watching your recorded ones a lot. Great to witness it live for once. It's been helping me a lot figure out the game I'm playing on Steam. Thanks. No, thanks for letting me know, man. This took me a long time. Like I always say, like learning a new game is like learning the steps of a complicated dance, especially when it's like this heavy. And this one took me a long time. It always felt so fiddly to me because it was like this: you got to do your cycling, you got to spend the points, and then I started doing the cheat with these little tokens, and now it's just like a lot more second nature, and it doesn't feel fiddly to me at all. Sagitt says, you mean Circadian's Chaos Order? I've heard very mixed reviews on it. I do mean Circadian's Chaos Order, and I absolutely adore that game. I haven't seen anything mixed on it. I mean, I've played First Light once. First Light's fine. They're the same universe. I'm not a huge worker placement guy. I love Chaos Order, dude. I it's so good. I can't even. The factions are so different. They're so unique. I think the expansions are going to really flesh that game out in some cool ways. That yeah, I definitely bought it. I played 3 of the factions, and I love them all. Um, it's just it's really good. The King of the Hill aspect that gets more and more real as you get deeper into it just creates so much great tension. And the research tracks are very much like Gaia. They remind me so much of Gaia because you're going up, you're getting benefits as you go, but then you have enhanced abilities. The pricing component, so much of it is so good, dude. I can't I can't stop myself. It's just not solo. There's no solo mode, and I'm kind of cool with that. Like I kind of would rather a game not have a solo mode than have a crappy solo mode, and then make me learn it and be like, oh, this is a crappy solo mode. Sagitt says, good thing I don't have like 15 unplayed games to add one more to my want list then. It's so good. Yeah, I resisted. I was like, I just want it. It was like my favorite game I didn't own. And I was like, well, that's at some point, you just have to own it. I mean, it does make me wonder though. At some point, I think I'm going to end up selling Scythe. I can't get it to the table with my friends anymore. And I like Scythe a lot. I mean, Scythe is definitely a game I expected to be in my collection forever. But if it's not getting played, it's a big box just to be sitting under the table when I have other games that do similar things and just do it a little bit better, or a little bit, for my gaming group, do a little bit heavier in a way that is, going to be easier to get to the table for sure. So, and against Scythe, I just have such a built-in advantage just from experience. So this has been real. It is a Friday. I'm gonna go hang out with Mrs. Playthroughs. We've not spent a lot of time together this week between my board games weekend and my frost saving group got together last night, and so a lot going on for sure. And so let me go hang out with her. I'll be back next week, Monday. I have no idea what I'm doing Monday, but again, next week you can expect to see a Cloudspire and some other stuff. Spirit Island. Uh, I don't know. My brain. Siege of Valeria, I think, is pretty guaranteed to be on the channel next week. I think I'm only going 4 times next week, and then I'll try to do a 5er the week after that. My parents are coming into town for a few days, so I'm going to, be a good son and take them out for lunch or something. So it is what it is. The least I can do. But this has been real. Thank you so much. Sadge says, all right, see you soon. Cheers, dude. Cheers to you as well. As always a pleasure. And thanks to everybody else. Any questions, comments, epiphanies, put them in the comment section below. If you want to see what's coming up in Solo Playthroughs Land, again, I have a public post on my Patreon page. You can go there, check it out. I have a whole list of games that I am in some process of either looking at the outside of the box or actually learning to get on the channel pretty soon. So definitely check that out. I will have to get an updated public post for March. I'll get that on the Patreon page sometime within the next week or so. But again, any questions otherwise, put them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful weekend. And until next time, happy gaming.
Solo.